If you're watching this video right now, I want to believe that you're struggling with your Upwork proposals not getting viewed. I have been there. I've been on Upwork for 2 years plus, and the first 1 year was terrible for me because I was doing it all wrong. Number one, you're applying for the wrong jobs. You're applying for jobs that you're not qualified for, or you're using the wrong profile. So let's say a client is looking for a graphic designer. You know you're not a professional graphic designer. You don't even have anything related to graphic on your skill selection or anything. Then you're going on to apply for that job. Come on, it doesn't work that way. Your skills has to match the job you're applying for. As a virtual assistant, if you see a job that is not meant for you, do not apply, because the clients can see your skill selection. They can see if you're a good fit. Upwork will even notify them to show those that are like good fits or best match for the job they have posted rather. Number two, you're using generic Upwork proposal samples that you've learned about. Some people use AI to generate their Upwork proposals, which I would not say is entirely wrong. But then again, remember, what you're thinking, someone else is also thinking about it. You're using ChatGPT to generate a response to help you write a proposal. Remember that there are other people who are equally thinking that at that same moment, and they are doing the same thing. Now the client is seeing a bunch of proposals that looks the same. What do you think? If I were the client, I would not even open it. Then another reason could be that you did not meet the job requirement, but you still went ahead to apply for it. For instance, a client is looking for a VA from the Philippines or someone in America. You know that's not your location, but you just want to give it a try. Come on, they have their reason for being location specific. All right, maybe they want someone whose time will match with their own, or someone who will be able to in fact, for any reason best known to them. They have their reasons. So you don't have to try to cross it. It will not favor you. Or they're asking for someone that has a job success score of 100 or 90 and above. Your job success score is not up to that. Don't bother applying. You're not helping yourself. You're going to waste your connect. Now, let's even put that aside. Another one is that some of us do not read the job description properly, thereby flaunting the client's instruction. When you're reading a job description, you have to take note of what the client put there, the instruction there. Okay, they said something like, to be sure that you read this description to the end, please type the word "it" at the beginning of your proposal. That is, they're telling you that they want you to write it, maybe EAT or IT, for instance. They're going to type it there, say type this word. That means that the moment they see you that word first, they know that this person read the job description. Now you will not take note of that. You jump right on to write a proposal as soon as you can. Some clients makes it very clear that if that word is not there, they will not open this proposal you submitted because they know you didn't read it through. Now, I have two more to add. Another one is that you're submitting proposals way too late. You're already seeing 50 plus, and there you are, still coming to add your own. Come on, girl. Or even if you're a boy. No, don't do that. If you've been watching my videos and you checked out the video where I talked about connects and proposal writing, I warned you, when it comes to writing proposals, please take note of the time when the job was posted and when you're dropping your proposal. Because if it's late, trust me, the client have already seen or hired someone, and you're dropping the proposal maybe 3 days later, 2 days later. Doesn't make sense. And the last but not the least, if you offer more than one services, then you need to create specialized profiles so that this profile will carry the skills needed for those specific kinds of jobs. And then when you want to apply for those kind of jobs, you use that particular profile, not the general profile that does not relate to it. Let me give an example. So you do customer support, you're a virtual assistant, but you also do customer support. Then you need to create a specialized profile bearing customer support and put on the needed skills that a customer support person needs to have. So when you see customer support jobs, you use that customer support profile and you don't use the general virtual assistant profile. Clients are looking for professionals, so anything that will make them feel like this person might not be a good fit, it's already like a red flag for you. Imagine there are lots of people that are customer support specialists, customer support this, and your own is appearing as general virtual assistant. You're not going to be marked out as best match for the job. So in that case, you have to use your specialized profile. So please comment below if you're struggling with your proposal. I have something coming for you. If you found this video helpful, please do well to hit the subscribe button and also turn on your notification button, because in the coming days I'm going to be making videos about each of these things that I have said, practical videos where I am going to show you how it is on Upwork, what the client sees and everything like that. I'm going to explain in details. That way you get to understand better than the way I'm just saying it out now. Thank you for watching. Drop your comments, drop your likes, and please stay tuned. Bye.